Good morning and welcome to the Forex Market Wrap brought to you by Pepperstone on Tuesday the 8th of August 2017. I'm Darren Sinden. Right, overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. I just really want to draw your attention to two moves yesterday. First of all, weakness in cable, the British pound giving ground to the dollar, falling by 0.7% on the day, closed at 130.40, not so far from that 130, that key psychological round number. And then a gainer against the dollar yesterday, the South African rand, put on 1.6% to finish at 13.23.11, and that was on the news that there is to be a vote of no confidence against President Jacob Zuma and the potential there for political reform thereafter in South Africa. Okay, now a further retracement in cable, is that possible? Well, let's have a look at how cable's traded over recent weeks and months. A solid looking uptrend line forming here from early March, and a rally more recently through July to trade above 132, but we have turned back in the last couple of sessions. We're testing now to this line of horizontal support. If we break through here, there is potential to come to sort of 129 and maybe just above 128, but I think we need a fairly decent catalyst for that and a return to dollar strength, neither of which is immediately on the horizon, but keep an eye on that one over the course of the trading week. Okay, let's take a look at the calendar and events that may move the market today. OPEC are meeting in Abu Dhabi, be aware of that. We've had balance of trade data out of China already, and we'll have similar data from Germany in the not too distant future. Later in the day, around 12:15 GMT, we have Canadian housing starts data. House prices and housing starts are key to the Canadian economy, and market watchers will be keeping an eye on that vis-a-vis the Bank of Canada interest rate moves. And speaking of monetary policy and interest rates, we'll hear from the Reserve Bank of Australia Assistant Governor Kent. He's speaking at 22:35 GMT this evening, and obviously market will be watching there closely to see what's happening with Australian monetary policy and the Aussie dollar. Right, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye today. Well, back to those Chinese balance of trade data. Chinese export growth has slowed to just plus 7.2% in July versus forecasts of 10.9% and a read of 11% growth in June of this year. Import growth was also weaker at 11% versus estimates of 16.6%, and this is being attributed to patchy demand amongst China's major trading partners. Moving on, an EU banking regulator has called for tougher rules on failed banks, their wind down and state aid, and this comes in the wake of recent failures in Italy and Spain. And staying with banking but moving to Australia, Australian bank shares have fallen on rumours of money laundering breaches in the sector. That's a developing story and one to keep an eye on. Okay, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day. And think about this please, if you will. If growth in China were to continue to slow once more because of weaker trade balances with the developed economies, could other emerging markets pick up the growth baton helped by a weak dollar? You can see the pattern here in China's balance of external trade, and we're testing back to this trend line from January 2016, but at the same time we've seen a rapid pickup since late 2015 in emerging market growth. I don't know the answer to this question, but it's certainly one to ponder over the coming days and weeks. Thank you for your time today. Please take a moment to read this risk warning. Trading FX and CFDs on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks, then please contact your Pepperstone account executive. Thank you, and we look forward to talking to you tomorrow.